Good morning, Steve Fried with the morning grain comments. Well, from the markets, kind of a mixed trade overnight. Beans, meal, and oil are higher, while corn and wheat are lower. Outside markets, the S&Ps are jumping around. 1 minute they're lower, next minute they're higher. JP Morgan's earnings were on the high side of expectations, maybe helped turn the market around. Yesterday's wild action with a 1,500-point rally from the lows to the highs in the stock market offered some support to the grains and some of the other markets. Still no clear explanation of why the market bounced off the lows after the CPI data, but most people are thinking that there might have been some short covering and there was a lot of puts that were bought prior to that report, and technical market action as it moved higher may have triggered some futures buying. We also be looking at first export sales data this week, delayed a day because of Monday's holiday, expecting to be low corn and wheat numbers. Beans might be on the high side. This week we did see 1 million tons of U.S. beans sold to China and the unknown. Fundamentalists are still looking at the bean carryout as too low and exports too high. Same in the corn market, although the change in the corn carryout isn't probably as dramatic from a price structure as in the beans. The wheat market's all up to the Black Sea, and what Russia does as far as extending the export corridor and as far as how much grain is actually shipped out of the Black Sea, both wheat and corn. We are seeing the Dalian meal and soybean oil futures rally. And we are seeing the bean drop, which is positive to their crush margins. Nearby U.S. futures crush margins are also very positive, which adds to support in the bean complex. So I think that the fact that we're at $14 November beans certainly has the fundamental bears saying that's too high, just like $7 D's corn may be too high. I think that once the export sales data is out, we'll focus on weather with continued mostly dryness in Kansas, Colorado, and Nebraska. The western corn belt also mostly dry, while rains pick up in southern Texas, although light, into the Delta and the eastern Midwest. 6 to 10 day and the 8 to 14 day maps all say kind of warmer and drier conditions in the western Midwest, while wet, cool conditions in the eastern Midwest. I think frost freeze warnings in parts of the northern corn belt shouldn't really impact crops that much. In fact, some farmers are looking for a freeze to help clean up some of the weeds and make harvesting the beans better. So outside markets, choppy, grains near some important resistance levels. South American weather looks good, especially in Brazil, but still dry in Argentina. And we were watching anything from President Xi Sunday on his congressional speech and anything that might happen over the weekend in the Black Sea. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM. Have a good trading day, and remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.